guys are in the shadows over there. Well, here we are again. And when I So in 1989, it was Mariposa, Joya, Jenny, and Jason who graduated. Then there was Eric Sherman in 1990. 1992, Sterling Duke. 1993, Heather Darshan. I'm surprised I'm not hearing all this. Yeah. 1996, we had 4 graduates. Spring Cerise. Yeah. Okay, then, last year, 1997, Violet Roskin. And we didn't have ceremonies, but Carrie got her GED recently. And Cynthia Armstrong did some independent studies, and she got her diploma. And now, in 1998, it's Vin and Beth. But before we get into honoring our graduates, I'd like to congratulate all the North Hollow School students who worked very hard this year and are being promoted. Yay! Sarah and Damien going from 10th grade to 11th grade. We have Melissa and Katie graduating, actually, from middle school into high school. Do you guys want certificates? I have them. Or do you care or not at this point? Melissa, do you want yours? Sure. Okay. Where's Katie? Right here. I never know what age it's. Okay. Then Lena and Naomi. Eighth grade. Where's Lena? Right here. Francesca and Nathan going from 6th to 7th. You want yours? Okay, whatever. And Gabriella is going from 5th to 6th. And Andrew from 4th to 5th. So let's give a big hand for all of them. Well, Dad, for making order out of chaos. see the potential and gifts that you have and all the possibilities that await you in life. But we also recognize that we can't hold you here anymore. That it's time sooner and maybe later for you to move on, to explore your inner and outer worlds, to discover who you are and what you're capable of, to test yourselves in the world, and to separate yourselves from your family, your community, and those of us who have loved and nurtured and adored you. We all want the best for you, and the world awaits you. We don't know if you're leaving or when you're leaving, but it usually happens. But anyway, if and when it does, we'll miss you, but we know that you'll always come back. Beth and Vin. Sorry. The last time I worked with Beth and Vin was in 6th grade, and I was very impressed to come back to teaching them after all these years, and to find they had developed into such interesting and intelligent individuals. Bethany is immensely talented in many ways. Most obvious is her incredible flair for the visual arts. She holds such promise, and I hope she'll pursue developing this tremendous gift. As her writing teacher, I discovered that Beth was able to transfer her visual gifts into her writing. Her imagery is so vivid, so sensory, so imaginative. She also was able to write sophisticated research papers, essays, and critiques. She's also a great Spanish student and quickly picked up the language and the accent. And I found her to be a dedicated, hard-working student, and I know all the teachers agree that she's bright, a very bright, a clear thinker, and very capable of succeeding in college or wherever. She's a mature and caring person, and it's a great pleasure and honor to work with her. Poetic and imaginative mind. What surprised me most in getting to know Vin through his writings this year was to discover quite a wit lurking in there and quite a sense of humor. I thought the best way to share this with you would be to read one of his pieces.
Winter Activity, December 17th, 1997. The story I'm about to tell is true. It happened on a cold, wet, slippery night about 2 years ago. Aaron, Adam, Luke, Larry, Beth, and I were cruising around in Adam's Pathfinder. There was a freezing rain falling on the road, and trees were blown across it. We were out in the middle of this evil night because we were bored. At first, we were just cruising around the North Hollow, listening to music, jabbering, laughing, and having one hell of a time. Hey, let's go for a death ride up to where Lewis's used to live, Adam suggested. Yeah, I know where there's this awesome bike trail that me and Trevor sometimes take his go-kart on, I said. No, let's not go up there. I hate it there. It's scary, Beth protested. Come on, you have to come with us, everyone pleaded and prodded until Beth agreed. We drove down to Reggie Andrews, took a right and started going up to the Lewis's. It was incredibly icy, and we were lucky we didn't go careening off into the huge ravine. We drove by the Lewis's and kept going towards the trail I had mentioned. The trail lost all resemblance to a road as we drove further into the woods until it was just 2 deep ruts in the earth. We came across a huge snowdrift completely covering the trail. Oh God, that's it! We're all done for! We have to go back, Adam wailed. You can make it. Just get up some momentum, I said. Larry, Aaron, and I finally convinced him to go for it. Adam backed up a little, revved the engine, and flew across the snowdrift easily. We continued on through the harsh off-road terrain until we came across another snowdrift. This one much bigger than the one before. Oh my God, Adam, let's turn back. There's no way we can make it across that huge pile of shit, Beth. Let's go for it, cried Larry and Luke in unison. Don't worry about it. It's all under control, said Adam as he began loudly revving the engine. Vroom, vroom, vroom. And as Adam threw the car in gear, we went lurching forward, speeding towards the snowdrift. When we were about halfway through it, we started rapidly losing speed. The coast Adam just kept giving it gas. But dug us deeper and deeper and deeper into the icy, wet snow. We're stuck, I said. No way, we're not stuck. We'll get out of this shit, Adam replied. After a few minutes just sitting in the car, we got out and stared at Adam's stuck Pathfinder. It seemed as if Adam got a great idea all of a sudden, and he opened his trunk. Here, take these. We can dig the car out with them, he said as he handed out the cross-sections of his roof rack. We began frantically digging around the wheels, but they're friggin' scratching at the snow with his bare hands. I need my car. I'll never get it back from way up here, Adam screeched. You'll get it tomorrow, said Aaron. We'll get Sam or Jeff to come up with the traffic. Thanks. I have a slightly different tribute I'd like to pay to Vincent. Vin, this is for you. Okay. 3 years of algebra, Vin and me. Dum-diddy-dum-da-dee-dee-dee. Vin says algebra's a bunch of crap. Maybe should have taught him singing some rap. Gonna cosine, tangent, and sine. Doing cosine, tangent, and sine. Opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse. Feel the rhythm and really cruise. X squared for y squared, take the root. Simple solution that's really cute. Doing cosine, tangent, and sine. Doing cosine, tangent, and sine. 6a plus b equals 3. Work at it, it's so easy. Quadratic equations to blow your mind. Algebra groove, it ain't no grind. Doing cosine, tangent, and sine. Good luck, Ben, good luck, Ben. Stay with algebra, you're gonna win.
It doesn't make any sense to me that at graduations, it's the adults who make speeches on wisdom. I'd be much more interested in hearing from Ben and Beth how they feel about our school and about our community. Yesterday, Adam and I were debating some issue about his trip to England when finally he said, Mom, what you need to realize is that at this point in our lives, it's much more important for you to take advice from me than for me to take advice from you. Anyway, I would like to read some thoughts on wisdom. First from Krishnamurti, the world-renowned spiritual leader who didn't believe in spiritual leaders. Then, to be sure we aren't getting too pious, something from Brain Droppings by George Carlin, the world-renowned comedian. This one may give some hope to those of us who are over 45. And last, I'd like to read a creation myth written by one of my friends at Michael Harner's 3-year program on shamanism. Knowledge is not comparable with intelligence. Knowledge is not wisdom. Wisdom is not marketable. It's not merchandise that can be bought with the price of learning or discipline. Wisdom cannot be found in books. It cannot be accumulated, memorized, or stored up. Wisdom comes from the abnegation of the self. To have an open mind is more important than learning. And we have an open mind, not by cramming it full of information, but by being aware of our own thoughts and feelings, by carefully observing ourselves and the influences about us, by listening to others, by watching the rich and the poor, the powerful and the lowly. Wisdom does not come through fear and oppression, but through the observation and understanding of everyday incidents in human relationship. And from brain droppings, this is called You Know. When you're young, you don't know. But you don't know you don't know, so you take some chances. In your 20s and 30s, you don't know. And you know you don't know. And this tends to freeze you, less risk-taking. In your 40s, you know. But you don't know you know. So you may still be a little tentative. But then, as you pass 50, if you've really been paying attention, you know, and you know you know. I'm perceived one. This one is the creation myth of the New. In the beginning, there was the One, and the One perceived itself as one and nothing else. But the One wished to perceive itself as universe and galaxy and solar system and earth and ocean and drop of water. And so the One perceived itself, not just from one perspective, but from every perspective, and thus was created chaos. For in perceiving itself as drop of water and blade of grass and tree and rock, it had forgotten that it was also one. But after some time, drop of water perceived itself not only as drop of water, but also as ocean, and thus was created ocean. And blade of grass created meadow, and tree created forest, and rock created mountain. And more time passed, and ocean and meadow, and forest and mountain perceived themselves as earth, and thus was created earth. And earth created solar system, and solar system created galaxy, and galaxy created universe. And on the earth there lived fish in the ocean, and bird in the air, and beast on the land. And fish created school, and bird created flock, and beast created herd. And they lived on the earth, and they remembered their connection to each other and to the earth, and thus to solar system and galaxy and universe. But there was one beast on the land, human, who did not remember. He was so enamored of himself as human that he did not perceive himself as earth, and thus as solar system and galaxy and universe. But the other creatures of the earth, drop of water, blade of grass, tree, rock, and fish, bird, and beast, they call to human to remind him of his connection to them and to earth. And some humans listen sometimes, and others not at all. And few humans have heard and remember that they are earth and solar system and galaxy and universe. And these few humans join together with drop of water, blade of grass, tree and rock and fish, bird and beast, in their call to the rest of humankind. And someday all humans will listen, and they will remember that they are not just human, but also earth and solar system and galaxy and universe. And on that day we will remember we are one, and thus will be created the One.
First, I would like to present the Alfred E. Newman Memorial Chemistry Awards. Now, these are very interesting awards. Someone here said, why don't you give them something for their future? And then a little voice in me said, I bet they'd rather have something for their present. So here is something for Vincent. And where is Raina? Here's something for Raina, even though she wasn't one of my chemistry students. And where is Bethany? Right here. Here is Bethany. Okay, and all the kids were great in the chemistry class. I'm just going to very briefly read you a couple of essays that were written by the children. And the question was, write a brief essay describing a scientific discovery you would like to make. And they're all rather good. Let's start with one of the more serious ones and then read one of the more amusing ones. So here's one of Vin's. I would like to discover a means of teleporting something from one place to another. I will figure out how to take something apart on the atomic level and then move it to its new location in a plasma form. Then reassemble its atoms exactly the same way as it was before, hence transporting it to its new location using scientific means. Okay. Now that's Vin. We've got some very good styles here. Here's Bethany's. Someday if I become a scientist, I would like to discover the cure for the black plague of this era, AIDS. But I hope it will be discovered long before I become a scientist, because I don't plan on becoming a scientist. There's more. Then there's Kara's, which I thought was very touching. Someday I would like to discover a cure for cancer. Not just any cancer, but for all types. I would like my discovery to be natural and not the slightest bit painful. And it won't cost anything at all. Free to anyone who needs it. Okay, now here's the funny one. Here's the funny one. This is Damien. Many great scientific discoveries will be made sometime in the near future. I believe the most important of these discoveries will be the faster-than-light warp drive. I intend to find a way to propel a ship faster than the speed of light. How I will go about this is simple. I will enroll in a very good physics college, and after dropping out just before getting my doctorate, I will spend all my time reading the works of great physicists. Then after many stupendous failures, I will astound the world by flying my self-built rocket to Pluto and back in less than 4 hours. Then, during my homecoming speech, I will say to my old teacher, "Who's insane now?"
The 1998 North Hollow School graduating diploma with a special humanitarian award of notable achievement and excellence for the advancement of universal peace and human understanding, presented on this day, June the 12th, 1998, to the Right Honorable Awesome Vincent Mulney. Thankful Quarry Hill Nation and grateful dads.
Edited it?
Joy in every life. There is joy in every struggle. There is joy in all the struggle. There is joy in every mountain. There is joy in every sea. There is joy in everything we hear and everything we see. There is joy in every job that must be done. There is joy in every battle to be won. For we're here for one great purpose, for that purpose here to fight, for to make the brightest day all from the darkest, longest night. So rejoice in all the world, in all of nature's wondrous world, in the natural world of joy. For he has a perfect purpose, and it's us he will employ, just for making this brand new world. There is joy in every sunset as it sinks into the sea. There is joy in every mountain that's as high as you can see. There is joy in whispered winds as they are rustling through the grain. There is joy in all free horses who still roam the open plain. There is joy in all of nature, still unspoiled by human greed. There is joy in all the goodness, still expressed by human deeds. There is joy in every evening as we watch the children play. There is joy in every morning and the start of each new day. So rejoice in all the world, in all of nature's wondrous world, in the natural world of joy. For she has a perfect purpose, and it's all she will employ, just for making this brand new world. And there's much more joy to come, and then more beauty still to see. For we have to turn the world into the way it's meant to be. So we have to keep on marching and on fighting all the time. on singing till the whole world knows the song. And we have to keep on singing till the whole world sings along. For we're singing songs of freedom, and we're singing songs of love, both for the holy loaded and the ones for as above. So rejoice in all the world, in all nature's wondrous world, in the natural world of joy. For we have a perfect purpose, and it's us who are employed just for making this brand new world. For we have a perfect purpose, and it's we who are employed just for making this brand new world.
All right.
What's the video of?
It's a
Beth and Son Raina, since they were available. It's a short video, but we can do that, watch it while it's next.
Yeah, why don't we all have a piece of cake and watch a movie?
Yeah.